If you're trying to say your source is Peter Walton, that's when you know you're in trouble, man. I'm sorry.
That had me. That had me.
I forgot about that as well.
You know, I genuinely forgot about that.
If it makes you
Watching
feel better,
that game,
I'll give him that.
Yeah,
fine.
if it makes you happy.
If it makes you happy, I'll give him that.
But-
no, but it's not a fact of making me happy. It's a fact of like he was in the right positions at the right time for all them opportunities.
Yo, what is everyone saying? Welcome back to the last World Cup episode of the Total 90 Pod. My goodness, what a final we have just seen. Messi won his golden ball. Mbappe got his golden boot. But today we are here to give our awards out for funniest moments, best goals, worst refereeing, all that kind of stuff. So a special World Cup deserves a special panel. So joining me first up is a man that every time we see him, he's a new brand ambassador for yet another brand. He used to be Subway, he used to be Sky. Now he's from Nike as well. Thomas, welcome, sir.
Allow me.
How's it going, pal?
How are we all?
Yeah, we missed you, man. We missed you. It's great to have you. Great to have you back on, fam.
Good to be back. It's good to be back, brother.
Yes, sir. Next up, this man. He's a coach. He's a bodyguard. He's a pro player. He's a content creator. He even now prints out the shirts as well. Jaden the 9. How are you, sir?
The bodyguard, by the way. I'm good, man. Thank you for having me on, sir. Very well.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to this one. It's good to have Thomas back. Finally joining us.
It's good to be back, brother. Why are you not using this? Bro, you're meant to promote yourself, dog. You know what I mean? Allow me.
I have to promote those around me as well. It's the way it's
my brother. I feel you.
And finally, listen, this year we saw arguably the two GOATs of podcasts in Filthy Fellas and SDS. They had ex-Manchester United legends on their podcast. Well, we have managed to go one step further. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but in the true spirit of the Total 90s, presenting, it's an honor. Ronaldo Nazario, R9 is with us today. How are you doing, sir?
For God's sake, man.
And you better not be wearing a hat right now. Take off the hat if you're wearing a hat.
I'm not wearing a hat. I'm not wearing a hat. I'm out.
him
I'm
R9.
out and I'm shining. I really should have SPF in these glasses to stop the shine from Thomas and my head.
No, I can't lie. I saw Manny call you R9. Yeah, I was creasing, man. Loki the build, yeah. Man, no, even said prime R9, bro. The 96 fan.
That is R9.
The build.
Oh man. Anyway. So we have a bunch of awards here to give out. So we'll go through each one and give our nominations one by one, and then we pick whichever one we think is the best one. So I guess the easiest place to start. We cannot start anywhere else. Best game. Is there any debate? Like, I can't lie.
Realistically, there's not still. There's not. What I saw.
To me, Thomas.
Nah.
How did you find yesterday?
Oh, bro, do you know what? I was in shock at first, bro. Because when they hit them up for like the first two goals, I was like, whoa, this could be a drubbing. And then obviously it just went flat for majority of the game. So I was just like, oh, this is like, it's just gonna end like this. Do you know what I mean? Messi's gonna have his glory. Guys are gonna talk nonsense about Mbappe. Then bang. That's the beauty of football, though. One split decision, and Mbappe shows why he's one of the best in the world. Because you can't give guys like that a chance to score goals, bro. Because once one goes in, penalty or not, the confidence just booms. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I think it speaks for itself, bro.
Yeah. Mav, you obviously put out a nice little tweet about Mbappe when his country needs him. Can I get your thoughts on the last half an hour of Mbappe's shift that day?
I mean, I think half an hour is being very generous. We can put his performance into a grand total of about 2 minutes 40 seconds.
Whoa,
that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. He did absolutely nothing all game. And then he scored a penalty, which great. Then he obviously scored an incredible goal. And then he scored another penalty. But other than that, other than the pens, he didn't really touch the ball. And then he scored a third one, sorry. So we're up to 2 minutes, about 50 seconds now.
Against the greatest penalty stopper of all time.
Yeah, my
same
word,
way 3 times.
What a game. What a game. Yeah. It started off.
I loved it.
As it meant to go on, you know, we got another Argentina dubious penalty, shock horror.
Fast speak.
Shock
Fast
horror.
speak.
Watch out.
Only the sixth of the tournament. And then obviously Argentina were bopping them. Then all of a sudden, Kolo Muani decides to, as well as Mbappe, decides to turn it on, win a penalty, assist Mbappe for the second, and he very almost nearly won the entire flipping thing in the final minute of the game.
I promise you,
Yeah,
that would have been the end of the pod forever. You'll never see me again. Bro. I would have been in a coma for months. If that went in, yeah, my head is going through the ceiling, fam. I can't even lie to you. I was yelling, bro. What were we watching? I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe it, man.
It was unbelievable.
I imagine then when you felt the exact same, just pure chaos, innit?
What for the moment when he went for on goal?
The entire game,
Bro,
I
was on my nuts.
Best
If
ever.
I'm honest, bro, if I'm real with you, yeah, like, the game was a bit boring for a long period of time.
The first 70
Facts.
years.
No,
The game
bro.
was boring for a long period of time.
Facts.
So, like, I didn't actually put that as my best game, I'll be real. Like, I put the game which I enjoyed the most watching, and that was Saudi versus Argentina, because it kind of set the precedent for the tournament.
You know what? I hear that. I fully hear that. I fully hear you. I can't even lie to you. I fully hear it.
It was like the first big upset of the whole World Cup, and little did we know it would go on to really set up a ripple effect for the rest of the World Cup, where there'd be upsets galore. But I do look. Don't get me wrong. The easy option for me would be to pick the final, because it's kind of everything you wanted to see. Like, they went 2 goals up, then France brought it back, like, and then obviously it went extra time. Messi got his goal, the winning goal. Oh no, it wasn't the winning goal actually, because it went to pens.
Mbappe scored again.
Oh yeah, of course,
Pens,
yeah,
bro.
it went to pens. So yeah, it was kind of had everything you wanted in a final. So essentially that. But yeah, if I was to kind of just pick my favorite game, which I actually enjoyed watching the most, it probably was like the Saudi game against Argentina, just because it was a big underdog story at the time.
And it was chaos as well, of course, in it with the high press. You know, I fully hear that, because when I made the list here, or like the bullet points, obviously it was before last night. So in my head, I was thinking Ghana 3, Korea 2, because that game, obviously I'm biased, but at the same time, that game was chaos. Cho came and scored that bullet header brace. Like, that game was nuts. But I can't ignore what happened last night, man, because I don't think we'll ever see anything like it, like, ever again.
That is the best World Cup final in history. 100%.
And I accidentally sent Amenyah my list to answer all of them. He hasn't read them, but when he does read them, he'll see that I put exactly that. For the best game, I put the final, and then I put a slash and said Saudi game, and because same for me, the final was obviously outrageous, but I think the Saudi game, it was. I think I enjoyed that game more, weirdly, but then the last obviously 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes of that game was one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and it was the final. So yeah,
bro, I'm not French. I'm not from Argentina, and I was like,
my heart was beating, bro.
Genuinely
pumping.
Bro, I was stressed out.
A game that has no impact on my life.
I didn't care at all who won.
A game had no impact on my life.
It's genuinely draining, bro.
I'd say a special mention as well to actually Japan as well. For their games, the one against Germany, I really enjoyed as well.
That was a great game. That was a great game.
And they beat Spain as well, no?
Yeah.
Like, class.
They did.
Class. Like,
bit of a different one, that one, but fair enough. We'll listen, we got to be fair. We'll give it to the finalists, but of course there have been a lot of cold
100%.
games. Best World Cup ever. Second award, we have the funniest moment of the World Cup. This one you can choose from anything. It can be in-game. It can be the fans, it can be whatever. I guess this time we'll start with you, Denman. What is your funniest moment of the World Cup?
I actually struggled to remember anything, and then one thing comes to my mind. So no doubt you guys are going to pick something which I'll crease up at, but I done Osman Bakari doing the CR7 celebration.
Oh my
days. That had me dying. That had me dying.
I forgot about that as well.
I genuinely forgot about that. Oh,
the way
my
the camera
days.
pans to Ronaldo afterwards as well.
You know what
that
it
was
was?
hilarious.
I couldn't even
That
laugh,
was
bro.
jokes.
I couldn't even laugh at the time. I was just tilted. I was just tilted.
That was jokes.
Yeah.
No,
I want to slap his head through the TV, bro. I hear it.
That was brilliant. No, it was class.
And they weren't even. It wasn't even to make them draw or anything.
Bro, they were still losing.
I'm saying, bro.
They were still
Go
losing.
pick up the ball, fam. Pick up the ball. Man, just there doing
Still getting dinged.
That's a good shout.
That's a huge shout.
That's a good shout. Thomas, what have you gone with, sir?
Fam, there's so many. So I had like 2 or 3. I had the Saudi fans when they were like, "What is Messi? What is Messi?" So that made me crease, because it was just they just kept going on and on and on. And then I also had Brazil when they were doing like the pigeon when Richarlison went over to his manager.
Oh my god!
That was so jokes, bro. That was so joke. I couldn't believe it.
I've actually
I
forgot
loved
about
it. I
that.
can't
Like,
lie.
with the
Those
with like
were
the
the
edits of the
first-
lady
Yeah,
throwing down the
bro.
bird food.
Yeah,
Oh
that was
my
class.
god.
Aye, those memes that came after were legendary.
Yeah, I was
as well.
like, I can't lie. I was
Aye,
like,
nah.
the goal was good enough as it was, and then to see him celebrate
Yeah,
with
bro.
T-Tate,
With the manager
elite,
getting involved
elite.
as well. Yeah,
That was-
man.
that was
Yeah,
so
I
good.
loved
So
it.
funny.
And
That
then
was so
Roy
good.
Keane tears on top.
Yeah.
made it
Ah,
just-
bro,
Yeah,
inject
yeah,
it.
yeah. Just for him to go and do
Injected.
a celebration of him taking his top off and jumping over a bin as well.
Couldn't
Honestly.
rate it.
Mav, what have you gone with as your funniest moment?
I was a bit like them, and I couldn't really think of any. Like those moments slipped my mind. I couldn't think of any. I was sat there kind of creasing at. And then I remember. Then I remembered the moment that had me laughing because I did not expect it. So obviously Paredes turned around, smashed the ball at the bench, acting all hard, and VVD comes and sends him into the
And
next
just
dimension.
rolls him over.
Absolutely
Oh my
bodies him
days.
like a little boy. I was creasing at that because
Nah, that
VVD
was too
stepped up. I
funny.
respect it because he's washed as a footballer. But yeah, what a moment.
Wow. It's had to throw in that little
I have
dig.
to,
Like,
yeah.
Hey.
I
here's
have
your
to.
award, but you're washed as well.
Yeah,
that is
that's
funny.
why it's funny.
I hear that. I think of you men so far, yeah, I would probably go with the Richarlison celebration thing. However, for me, okay, I'll give you my bias one. It would have been obviously Suarez crying, but I guess that one is not
Aye,
gonna be
yo.
number one. But the one that I laugh at the most watching on stream was Cameroon versus Brazil. Abubakar scores a winner in like the 90th minute or whatever, right? 1-0. This guy. It gets even worse. He backs off his shirt for a second yellow card.
Aye,
So he's now got a red
nah.
card. He's shaking the left hand like, yeah, fair, like you got me, fair play. And
Oh my
then
God.
he starts doing his hands to do VAR whilst his shirt is still off.
Nah,
I'm thinking,
he
brother,
is
your shirt
fried.
is off,
Nah,
and
yeah.
you're
Nah,
there smiling,
fried
saying,
you have to
hey,
be.
VAR. I could have been.
You know the worst thing is, I
Funny
swear,
as-
like, there was a scenario where they could have got another goal if, like, something happened in the Serbia.
Yeah.
game and they would've gone-
If there was like a
that-
draw there, they could have got that
yeah.
one more. Yeah, but
That is
fairs.
funny.
I think. Oh, I might go with the Brazil.
I'll be real, yeah. I can't lie.
Maybe.
Like,
Brazil one is
like
top.
I know
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
yeah,
I
I know
agree.
I said Bakari, but when I deep it, like that Brazil one was
Yeah,
hilarious.
I agree.
I
Like,
was
I do
laughing
agree.
bears, man.
like, if you was to show me the
Yeah.
Bakari one now, I probably wouldn't laugh. But if you showed me
No,
the,
I'd still laugh. I'd
Yeah,
still
no.
laugh. I'd
Yeah,
still
no,
laugh
it's
at
still
all of
funny.
them, I'll be
if
honest.
you show me
I'll
the,
actually
if you show me
still
the
laugh at
manager
all of them.
dancing, nah. If you show me the manager doing the
Yeah.
pigeon dance, like
It's just the
done.
memes that had me
Fair.
dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're too funny, man. They're too funny. Fair enough. So congratulations, Richarlison and Brazil. You got knockout in the quarters, but at least you won the.
Now, why you
the
doing
funniest
that?
moment,
Why are
innit?
you digging out there, man?
No, I
That's
feel for
deep.
Brazil because I wanted
them man, they
Brazil on my
watching,
team.
bro.
I wanted to win. I can't even lie. Like,
Oh,
Nah,
trust
nah,
me,
same.
same.
I wanted
same,
them to do
same.
us though, yeah.
yeah.
But
Football culture.
A bit more of a. We'll do one bit of a serious one here. We'll give a breakout star. This is a player that either you didn't know much of or you knew his name, but you hadn't really watched him previously. And he is your breakout star of the tournament. Thomas, we'll let you start with this one.
Alright. It's hard for me to pick one because I had two, but
Same.
I'm just gonna go with obviously the guy that won the award yesterday, Fernandez, but Vardiol for Croatia. That guy, 20 years old, just commanding it at the back. He had a mask on, looking like Batman. Like he was just moving so smoky. And yeah, man, he solidified it, held it down. Obviously, he's gonna get remembered for getting spun by Messi. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Like
That's
you
what's-
got
No, that happens. It's
that's the
Messi,
only
it's
thing.
Messi.
Do you know what I mean? That happens. It gets like that. It's Messi.
Guy's
but
20 years old. Like,
other than that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's 20 years old. He dominated bare man or on Smash. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy to like lock down the likes of Neymar and Richarlison and XYZ, and he did that. Like, so credit to him, man. I thought he's the breakout star. I knew of him like at Leipzig, but you know when you don't really watch someone. Plus that
Yeah,
league
of
is
course.
dusted. So yeah.
he's someone,
Yeah.
yeah, who like there's massive hype around, and
Yeah.
you, like I've watched him a good few times. I know that he's decent, but like there's somebody who like for example, like I'm pretty sure some of your clubs are probably linked to him as well. Like whenever Tottenham are linked to him, saying that they want 60 mil from you, so they're thinking 60 mil. Like what do you
For
want?
this
60
guy,
mil?
Chelsea
yeah, do you
was
know
like
what I
90
mean?
mil even. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
Chelsea
yeah.
was linked
Nah.
last
Yeah, that was
time.
the year later. A
couldn't
year later,
believe it.
Chelsea when it was
Yeah.
like 90 mil. I mean, like you can't. But the thing is, I can back it 100% for that kind of player, like a solid centre back, like 20 years old
Yeah,
as well. His
20,
game
bro.
can.
Bro, he's got a
literally
good
got
12
15
years.
years.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say he's
he's
good,
got 15
good 12,
years
15 years
potentially.
at the top, bro. Like,
Mature
he's
as
pattern.
You could argue one of the craziest things is that he made Lovren look cold alongside
Yeah.
him as well.
Bro, that's what I'm
Bro.
saying.
Krivich or
Demon,
whatever
did
his
you go
name,
with Guardiola
Petrovic.
as well? Or?
No, I actually didn't. Thomas has kind of made the logical decision there. To be honest with you, I kind of went for just like one-off games and stuff instead of actually like a full tournament, which is quite silly.
That's calm.
Obviously, I picked Fernandez because that's just kind of like the one which is a no-brainer. I picked Goncalvo Ramos for
the
Portugal.
Hattie.
When he come on with a Hattie, I just think that was just like a massive moment for like a young player.
No, that makes sense. I hate your logic.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
Taking Ronaldo's place as well, like, and there's quite a lot of weight on your shoulders as well. Like, a lot of fans won't see it, but like for him to come in and just do that, and I'm pretty sure it was him who'd only played like one game for the national side ever.
Yeah, he had like a sub appearance or something.
Yeah. So that's mad. And also the guy who Mav mentioned, Colin Mwani, I think he kind of went under the radar a bit because I think he got the ultimate decisive goal for Argentina against Netherlands, was it? I can't remember if it was against Netherlands. I know he scored an important goal, didn't he? No,
Morocco,
for France. Sorry,
Morocco.
for France.
France, Morocco.
Yeah, France, Morocco.
The second goal. Yeah.
And just whenever I see him throughout the World Cup, come on in his sub appearances, like he always just changed the game.
Bro, he had a fantastic final. I can't even lie.
Yeah, like he just always changed the game.
I felt bad for him, man. That 120th, like,
bro,
it's easy to sit on your chair and say, "Oh, you got to square it."
Yeah, no.
God.
Do you know what it is? It's heat at the moment, isn't it? Like
every striker takes that.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
It would have been the most limbs goal I've ever seen.
If he scored that would have been
pitch invasion, bro. Pitch invasion.
He's a national hero still.
Yeah, you have to have insane composure to not take that shot. Like,
yeah.
It's mad. But yeah, I'd love that to have gone in. That would have been literally made my day. Like a young 20-year-old. Is he even 20? Like, I don't know how old he is, but
no, to be fair, I think he's like 20.
He's
He's like 24 or something.
24.
Yeah, he's quite old still.
No, I don't feel sorry for him anymore.
Wait, let me Google that. I'm
Googling it right now. All my days, he's 24.
I think he's actually like 24. Yeah, bro. He's quite.
Oh my days,
he's not a
the clock
youngin'
is ticking,
still.
bro.
He's not a youngin' still. You gotta get a move on.
Forget him, bro.
man.
What
Get a move on.
what an
still.
absolute bin.
Stuff
He
that
should be
guy,
finishing
man.
that.
Stuff that guy.
Bro, he's not a young G,
Forget you,
bro.
bro.
He's
That's an
older than
experience.
Mbappe. Forget him.
That's an
man.
experienced pro, fam.
Exactly.
Blimey. You're a seasoned vet. Fair enough.
Yeah, no cap.
Who are you going for, Mav?
I'm like Tom. I had two for me. Obviously, I've put Enzo, the obvious pick, but for me as well, Julian Alvarez. I thought every time he played for Argentina, he didn't moan once. He got on with it. He scored his goals. He took his chances when he needed them. I thought he really showed that. Surely he doesn't stay at City, man. This guy cannot be second
that's
fiddle.
what I said.
He cannot be second fiddle.
Yeah,
Surely he doesn't stay at City at this rate, or unless they turn him into a winger, which I didn't really see in his play style and how that could happen. But yeah, I don't know, man. This guy can't be second fiddle because he's a special talent.
Yeah,
You can't even turn him into a winger.
He went about his business quietly, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Like, he kind of like low key, like he actually did. Like, yeah, no, that's sick. I think without him as well, Argentina
They don't win it because that bum, not Hernandez, Martinez is still playing.
Lautaro
That
Martinez, by the way,
knackered dog.
Syria is under serious fraud
Nah,
watch right now.
bro,
I'm not
it's
hearing
under
it. I'm not hearing
serious
it.
watch.
I'm not hearing it.
Serious
Lukaku
watch.
and now this done. Nah, man, get this off.
Well, we're not gonna mention them yet because there's some awards reserved for those guys. Obviously, as you're aware, coming up. So I'll leave the fraud watch for a little bit. I will say though, I'm gonna back. Obviously, like you said, it's the easy one because he won the award. But I had it before even the final was made. I had Enzo as my one. I felt like a couple of the England players were there, but they got knocked out. So it had to go to someone that like got to the final, obviously. And Enzo, from the moment that he came into the team, he changed Argentina from being like complete bums, and they've probably got better and better as the games have gone on because they still didn't really move me until like. Honestly, until like the semis, even.
Bro, until like the final. I thought they were big until the final.
I'd say Netherlands. I was like, okay. I think Mav actually called him. Mav was like, they're gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just because they have that ability to.
Just the way they.
It's not like they're great. Do you know what I mean? They're not great, but they just got that thing. They just power forward, bro. Let's do this for Messi and vibes. It was one that.
Bro, it's just let's do it for Messi.
Passion, bro.
Should we? Are we just gonna back Enzo, or do you want to give it like a Gvardio or something different? I don't mind giving it to.
I feel like the easy option would be Enzo. Like obviously,
Enzo is the easy option. Realistically.
First, we can just keep it Enzo, no dramas. But a lot of good young players at this tournament. We liked it very much. And now, the worst cameo of the tournament. This is a player that either had one appearance,
Could
or
this be a
off
joint
the bench,
award?
or a first. It could be a joint award if you want it to be. It depends.
There's like
Mav, who you nominating, man?
Bro, I'm
There's like 6
nominating.
man.
I'm sorry, Kurt. but your team's duo is getting nominated heavily here.
Front line,
That's what I've
bro.
got. That's what I've got.
Front line.
I promise you, I have never seen striker performances as poor as Lautaro Martinez put in. And again, I thought, you know
On the
what?
biggest stage, by the way.
biggest stage, some people claiming he could be top goal scorer, you know,
Ain't no
so on
way
and
in
so
hell.
forth of the tournament,
Top goal
golden
scorer
boot
where,
and all
fam?
of this. And boy, in that first game, he didn't know how to be onside, didn't have a clue. I don't know, he had nothing about him. He didn't seem to have much pace. He didn't seem to have great movement. His finishing is absolutely diabolical. I don't know how he performs every week in Serie A. I don't understand it. Yeah. And I again, the reason I want it to be a joint award, because the brother basically had one appearance, and I don't think I've seen a worse cameo. So I guess technically he's probably the real answer, but I don't think I've seen a worse cameo in the entire existence of football. How can you miss 7 clear-cut chances?
He
Bro,
he done everything. Lukaku literally done
that-
everything right
it's that-
apart from putting the ball in the back of the net.
So
No,
he did
man,
nothing
that
right.
guy-
That's all
No,
he did.
in terms of just getting into the positions, like
Nah,
he
man.
was
Okay,
fine.
yeah,
Like, I
fine,
don't know. No, but he was
Fine,
though. Like watching that.
If it makes you feel
Watching
better,
that
I'll
game.
give him that. Yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
if it makes you happy.
If it
still,
makes
then
you
cool.
happy, I'll give him that.
But-
But
No, but it's not a fact of making me happy. It's a fact of like he was in the right positions at the right time for all of them opportunities. And I'm not saying that he's had an amazing game. I'm just saying he's got into positions.
I hear what
and
you're
had a
saying. I
disaster
do hear what
class.
you're
Nah,
saying.
I
yeah.
get where you're
But
coming
for
from.
me,
bro.
it's still
Like-
it's a stinker, bro.
Oh no, he's in my list. He's in my list.
They were bringing him like they were like, yeah, listen, this is the one. Like Lukaku's gonna come on and
He's gonna seal the deal, bro. Like,
I guarantee. Let's do an experiment, right? We are all obviously we don't have our cameras facing each other, right? If we all do Lukaku's facial expression after a miss here, I guarantee we'll all do the same thing. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Like that. That face that we've just done now is exactly what you're gonna be seeing from Lukaku in that game after every. The guy holds his head or he puts his hand like this.
Nah,
and he
bro,
can't believe
I had
what's
my
going
hands on my head.
I had
Bro,
my
it's
hands
the
behind my head
literally,
and my
think-
mouth.
I
open.
can't lie.
I had my hands on
Yeah,
my
hand behind
my
the
hands-
head.
I was just smiling. I can't.
Nah, bro. I had my hands on my
Or he'll hold
forehead.
his
Bro,
chin.
looking bare
Yeah,
surprised
man.
like it's never happened before. Bro, we've seen that face so many
We
times.
see,
Wow,
bro.
I can't believe
We've
that.
been seeing you miss, dog. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's not
However,
lie
to be
here.
honest, whilst I fully agree with your nominations of Lukaku and Lautaro, I have gone with someone different. This is someone that
Okay.
I wasn't expecting anything from him. However, he was still worse than anything I thought he could possibly be.
I can't even think of who this
This-
is gonna be.
No, not
This-
Clyde.
This is a Moroccan striker by the name of Chedira. You might know him as just.
yes.
Oh,
You
nah.
might know him as just 21.
Nah.
You may
Hold
not
on.
know his name.
Can I
This
just
guy
say?
is the-
Can I
Yeah,
just
he's
say
that.
before you say anything? I kid you not. I tweeted. Get this Chidira guy off. Within 2 minutes, he
Bro,
got sent off.
back
Within
up.
2 minutes, he got
The
sent off.
red
But I
card
swear
is
down.
what- the red card
I
got
swear
still
down.
different.
It's the
That
game before.
stinks.
It's the game before for me.
There was
it's
one,
not even the
bro.
red
He,
card game.
he
it's
missed
the
like
one
2
before.
chances as well.
Bro, he just
Big
missed
chances.
sitters and
Nah, I
I
couldn't
couldn't
believe
believe
it.
it.
Nah,
Like,
I back it.
someone did the biggest viral, bro. There was one time he tried to make a run like in the channel, yeah. And I saw a tweet that was like, this brother's running like chunks, fam. I said, nah.
Oh
that-
my god.
That is just so bad. Like, you cannot say that.
Oh my
You cannot
God.
say that. But he put in the worst striker shift I've
Is that
ever
what
seen in the
man are
World
saying?
Cup. I can't lie. Like,
Do you know
he
what? I
Is that what
completely
man are
forgot about
saying?
him, but Amenyah, I fully back
Yeah.
that. I fully that
So-
like all I saw in every chat that I was watching and a part of was who is this 21? He's
Yeah,
I know
this
he's
is 21.
because of how
He's
bad he is.
21.
The Moroccan 21.
Bro, I literally said the
Brother,
Moroccan.
That is
Let me find
that
the tweet.
cheddar don, and then
Yeah.
he gets sent. Oh, nah, he's so yeah.
I need to find the
yeah,
tweet,
no,
guys.
worst guy.
Smelling.
So up to you lot. We can go Lukaku, Lautaro, or Chedira. I'm comfy with either of the three. Obviously,
So I put in my list. I put Martinez and Lukaku. I just think Martinez needs to thank that Alvarez is
I'm-
Argentinian.
I-
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you, man. That Chidira guy, goodness gracious me. Two big chances and then you get sent off for no. I swear they were winning at that point as well.
Bro, it was done. Like,
I feel
but
they
if
were
anything, it was
winning.
good for them.
Can we
Bro,
just
yeah,
can we
nah,
just have, like,
get him off.
Can all three of them just
just
share the
because
podium?
it fits the award more because it's cameo, right? Whereas
Yeah,
Lautaro
yeah,
Martinez
yeah.
stunk whole tournament. Lukaku's was
Yeah,
a cameo, but we know what he's on. So,
Yeah, I hear
like I
it.
said, I back the Cheddar one because it's a proper cameo, isn't it? Like,
I bet.
Oh, I mean, I'm okay. Do you know what? Just because I feel like Lukaku cannot get away with this.
He
We might have
can't.
to give
He
it
can't.
50-50.
He can't.
Let's give it to Lukaku and Chadira. I
Yeah.
think they can both share. They can
Hey.
hold it up together.
A
'Cause
man
that-
said he
that
can't
is
keep
bad,
getting
bro.
away with
He
it.
lie. We
my
can't let him
God.
escape that one, man. But
Nah,
there we go.
you know how funny that is.
Award number 5. Before we reach the halfway point, we are going with best goal. Denman, you start us off there, mate. What was your best?
So-
it can be the best or your favorite or whatever.
So my favourite goal, the one which like I reacted most to, was actually Neymar's against Croatia.
Oh,
It was.
good shout.
Because I think that's
Good
actually a
shout, good
severely
shout.
underrated goal. I think it was incredible. Just like I think it was 2 1-2s in a row, and then he fought off the
Yeah.
defender, and then took it around the keeper and bagged it in. Massive shout out to
Yeah.
Mexico's free kick,
Free kick.
because I think that was class. However,
Oh, that's up there. That's up there.
that Neymar goal, Brazil. To be fair, Brazil have contenders for a few of their goals as well.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say
the one
I
against
went with a
South
different
Korea.
Brazil goal. For me, because I agree with you. Brazil had a couple nominations,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
gonna
man.
say, having watched almost all of Brazil's games on stream, I think the one that I reacted to the most, where I was just shouting, I wasn't even saying words, I was just yelling, was the Richarlison second goal. I think against Korea.
Yeah.
When he did like
where
the,
he
he
was
doing
juggling
the
it on his
seal
head
thing.
at first. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then, bro,
Yeah.
it was Marquinhos
Bop
and
the
Thiago Silva
ball.
playing
Oh
little
my God.
That
first
took back
time
the years,
passes.
innit?
I said, nah, man.
That actually
I said,
brought back
nah,
the years.
what am I seeing, bro? I
How-
thought Brazil were gonna win the whole thing, man.
How you got defenders on the edge of the ops box playing 1-2? Do you know how mad that is? Nah, you're not deep in it. You're
No,
not
it
deep
was
in it.
crazy. So that was mine. I also thought about Al Dasari, the Saudi Arabia goal versus Argentina.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's a
But,
good
yeah.
shout.
I feel like the
Yeah,
moment.
I
I feel like the moment makes that a bigger goal as well than what
Yeah,
it is
therefore,
personally. Like,
therefore, I hear that. Mav,
Do you know what? I didn't think guys would put this. And I was right. For me, Angel Di Maria's goal in the final. I think for me personally, the build-up play, Messi's little touch around the corner, the ball into Di Maria, the bounce finish from Di Maria as well in the final, in a moment like that. For me, I just loved everything about that goal. Like I'm like Amenyah though as well. That Richarlison goal had me. I was literally watching the game. It had me screaming. I didn't even like. Again, I didn't care. But bro, that goal was like, Tom. We were in a Discord. And we were
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
we
saying.
Were like,
we were moving crazy.
and I was like, who's done that pass? And I think Tom went, that's Thiago Silva, boy. I was like, what? I was like, hang on. So, Angel Di Maria's was beautiful, but also that Richarlison goal. I think, yeah, they both are up there
So
for me, personally.
good.
well, sadly, the reason why I can't go Di Maria is because it wasn't even the best goal of that night. Mbappe volley.
Mbappe volley, yeah. I did consider that. I'm not gonna lie. I did consider that.
What did you go with, Thomas?
I went with the same as you, the Richarlison goal. I just thought it was just the way they bopped the ball. Man's juggling it on his head
Brazil
like
are
it's
racking up
the
awards, you know.
favelas, bro.
Yes.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Football
Nah,
culture.
it was crazy, man.
Yeah, for
Honestly,
real.
I loved it. I legit thought they were going to win the whole thing off that. I thought that. You know what?
Yeah, no,
Like,
100%.
Brazil have arrived. Brazil have
100%.
arrived, and then
do you know?
we saw what happened.
So bad because I
was
missed that.
down,
That was one of the only games I missed as well live.
Oh.
So then because I was at
painful,
it,
man.
I heard loads of people watching it in the background, and everyone just started shouting, innit?
Yeah.
And
No,
was
that
obviously-
first 45 was like, it was just like happiness, bro. I can't even
Yeah,
describe
bro,
it.
that-
It was just happiness.
It was
yeah.
just football.
The
Just
first
pure
45.
joy.
football.
It was just pure joy,
football.
bro.
Yeah.
Pure joy.
Well, so since 3 of us have put the Richie goal, pretty much we got to give them the award for that one. And in the halftime break, we've done our first 5 awards. We're going to give 2 individual ones amongst ourselves now. We're going to give our best and worst predictions that we made at the start of the tournament or during the tournament, during games, whatever. Mav, what was your worst shout of the World Cup?
Worst shout was in a video we did actually, regarding and it was picking the teams obviously and where they were going to finish our tier list. And I shouted that I wasn't sure Argentina would get out of the group. And that was obviously after the Saudi game.
I remember that.
and
Actually, yeah, I forgot about that.
I will happily concede. It was terrible for me, absolutely terrible. I felt like I had a reason at the time, but at the end of the day, you give shouts like that, you look back and you realize horror, and bad prediction.
Stinker.
Bad prediction.
Hear it.
Fair enough, man.
Thomas, any stinkers from you this tournament, sir?
So when we got to the knockout stages, it was Portugal, Switzerland. I thought it was going to be a tighter game. Switzerland looked good, you know what I mean? They got out of the groups. They looked all right. Yeah. Portugal looked great, but you know what I mean? Boom, 6-1. Yeah. I was in utter shock, bro. 6 goals. Yeah, I was. I don't
bet anyone could have seen that whatsoever, fam. So I hear it. Denman, any howlers, mate?
My howler was just like, I said France were going to be the underperformers. But yeah, that's like
a lot of men did that.
Yeah, like,
a lot of men did that.
Do you know what it was? It was kind of it was a joint one because I had Denmark as overperformers and France as underperformers. Yeah. So it was a double whammy, and Denmark finished bottom. Yeah, Denmark finished bottom and France finished top. But
no, I hear that. I mean, listen. There was so many guys that have to own up to their France thing because people had them not even getting out of the groups. One of the meatiest groups possible. They had them not getting out.
I wouldn't have that.
I mean, I guess the worst thing I did probably would have been to say that Brazil would win it and they didn't even get it past the quarterfinals.
You can say mine as well.
With Brazil's squad, I thought they had like the best, most balanced squad from top to bottom. And they get packed by Croatia, bro.
It doesn't make sense.
Childish game management as well, by the way, which just makes it even worse.
Yeah, 100. Why are you still attacking him?
Like,
extra time, you're winning.
Why is
Anthony still running down the wing?
Well, Denman, you lost your millions. Did you have any good takes?
Do you want me to be honest with you?
What was your best?
None. My predictions are awful. Like, my predictions were absolutely dog. Like I had Neymar to be player of the tournament. The guy ends up getting injured for like 2 or 3 games. Like I had.
To be fair to you, it was a very hard World Cup to predict.
Yes.
To be fair.
Yeah, no,
especially that group stages.
But I'll be real. My predictions were awful.
He's honest, man. He's honest. I respect it.
Yeah, I respect that.
Thomas, any cold takes from you? Give yourself a pat on the back.
Not really, bro. I said France would get into the final. That's about it. I wanted Brazil, France, innit? Just ended up being the other South American team. But that's literally it. I knew France would get far. I just didn't know how far. That's my best prediction.
Yeah, no, reasonable. Mav, any players, teams, anything you like? Anything that you found decent that you called it and you're like, yeah, I called that one, mate.
I was going to say, obviously, I predicted France to reach the final. I think we all did. So I don't really think that is a good one. I do think one that I've been screaming and no one was listening to for a very long time is McAllister's overall tournament performance. I think a lot of people after the final were praising him and saying how good a tournament he's been having, and they weren't saying it before that, but I've been saying it the whole time. That kind of counts as a prediction.
Yeah, no, listen, anything counts. Anything that you said, it definitely counts. Because like mine is even like individual things. Because obviously we have like a little predictor league where you put every single game in there, right? And I was doing cold on that, but I think the standout ones has to be when I watch the individual games within like 5 minutes I can see what's going on. So the Argentina game against oh my days, semi-finals, I've already lost my Croatia. Argentina versus Croatia, I've gone minute 33-34, Messi's bagging 1-0. Save the interview whilst I'm live already. Minute 33-34, he bags a penalty, and that's only close to when I watch Pepe, Portuguese Pepe, during the anthems. I watch his eyes. I said, listen.
When you said he's about to bullet header it,
I said he's bagging a bullet header today. They got a corner. And I said, watch, he's bagging his head. I can see it in his eyes, and he got that. So I'm gonna claim that one. But yeah, I had Brazil to win, so I can't really go for like an overall team one. But there we go. That's our individual good takes and bad takes, because we do hold our hands up and own up when we get it wrong. And back to our normal awards. We've got 5 left. We're gonna go with something that you don't see on ITV or BBC or whatever. We are giving out our worst refereeing decision.
Bro.
We have to show.
What do you pick?
Some,
what do you pick? Jesus.
Where do you want to start, man? Where do you want to start?
Where do you want to start? I mean, genuinely, I'm not going to go into it. I pretty much covered it there. I think, like, did they flip a coin before they walked down the pitch? Say, who am I going to be the worst for today?
Who we shagging today?
They were so bad. But
so did.
But Live-O, I think the worst decision I've ever seen in the history of football is the clearest yellow in football history, not given.
Oh my
to
God.
the GOAT himself.
Say it.
Lionel, Kwabena Messi,
Yeah.
volleyball. Like, if
Nah,
guys
bro, he
watch
slammed- he
Haiku,
spiked
if guys
the
watch
ball,
Haiku,
bro.
they know what I mean when I
He
say
spiked
he
the
spiked
ball.
it like the best spiker around. That is, and the
Nah,
fact he wasn't
disgusting.
yellowed for it is outrageous.
It's
I
mental.
cannot believe I saw it.
That is the
Mental.
most your name is Messi thing I've
Mental.
It's
ever
disbelief.
seen in my life.
couldn't
A man
believe it.
literally slam dunked it, and they just said, yeah. Anyway, like,
Anyway, yeah.
carry
Oh,
on,
it's
mate.
Lionel. Ah,
Oh
never mind.
my God, it's awful,
It's
isn't it, when you
Lionel.
deep
Ah,
it?
And then he
never mind.
almost
Yeah.
booked VVD for VVD saying, "How's that not a yellow?" And he was like, "Get out of my Facebook!" Like, you almost booked a guy for asking, "How is a man
Asking you a
volleyballing it not a
normal
yellow?"
question,
And he's
bro.
Do you know where-
What's his
as well.
name? Something Lahoz. What's his name?
No, I got it. It's Antonio Mateu
Antonio
Lahoz.
Mateo Lahoz.
Yeah.
Yes,
What a
that's the
horror
one.
show.
Yes.
Yeah.
That whole
Is that the guy? Is that the
performance
guy?
was
Is that the
worst.
one they sent home?
Bro, he issued 18
They
yellow
sent him
cards
crib.
during the match.
Yeah, they sent him crib.
Ridiculous.
Shocking referee,
Wait,
bro.
did you guys know, by the way, in that game that Dumfries got a red card? Did you guys know?
Yeah. During the
Bro,
penalties.
Yeah.
Dumfries got sent off during the penalties. I had no idea until after the game when I'm looking at like people putting predictions of like him to get a yellow.
He gave
or
him
they're
a
looking at,
second
like,
yellow, didn't he?
Yeah. A man got a second yellow during the shootout for stuff that happened like off screen whilst man are taking the
Crazy.
pen.
You know how bad my
Yeah.
luck is as well.
Crazy.
I literally had 3 players to be booked, returning like
Crazy.
2 grand or something. None of them got booked, and this guy give out 18 yellow cards.
That's got to be the
Like,
most yellow
honestly,
cards in the
the
game.
worst
as
thing
well,
ever.
like,
Bro, the
That-
worst-
that
no, it
should-
is. It's
That
the mo-
should have been your worst.
the most
prediction.
yellow cards in the
Yeah,
game,
no, that
isn't it?
should have.
That
It's
should
the
have
most
been.
yellow cards
Some
out of
Battle of
World Cup.
Nuremberg thing, I'm crazy.
Out of World
My
Cup.
word, yeah,
Honestly.
that was a stinker.
Had me
But-
rattled.
So I think. So do we all agree on that one, or did someone have something different?
I
to the-
actually
to the
had something
handball?
different because
I had something different, but
So
I think
I'll put a picture of it in the general chat because this obviously you lot will look at it and be like, it's not that bad, but this pissed me off so much.
Maybe Saka.
No. Like from a neutral perspective, like this
Croatia,
actually
Belgium.
angered me.
That is up
Oh,
there.
that's
Though.
up
This
there.
angered me so much.
That's up there. That is up there.
Was a penalty. Like that should have stood as a penalty. I can't believe they've given that as offside to Lovren. Like,
I can't-
it's
That is
ridiculous. Like,
I
mental.
mean, like, it is. The thing is, it is a disgrace here. But like, if you're going by the rules,
What's the
No,
rules?
man.
What? What's
Or
the
you can't-
rules?
realistically,
T-shirt
He's
can you-
offside,
nah, man.
innit? He's offside.
No, but how is he offside? What
Like,
part of him is
Very,
offside?
it's very
His
tight.
t-shirt line. That's the technical
yeah,
and official
like,
rule.
Yeah, but look at the
It
Belgium
is-
t-shirt line. His is the same. His is in front of the line. It's
mental
by the way,
still.
it's the Croatian player who's
No,
offside
because-
here. By the
because
way,
someone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
We know.
But
because
just
like,
double
if-
checking,
if-
like-
if you go,
no,
for
because
example,
on
if you
Belgium,
go
it's
shoulder
up
down,
here, right?
the Croatian guy has got more
Yeah.
of the shoulder down offside than the guy. Because
Yeah.
the Belgian guy is literally the corner of his shirt. It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but
with
it's
you,
just bad that it
I
pisses
just,
me
I
off.
just realized
It
I was
annoys me.
showing you my arm. You can't see my arm.
Yeah,
I'm
the same. Literally,
I
did the
know
same.
why,
literally
I get
like-
it.
I was
So
demonstrating my
tight.
arm.
It's like Japan's goal versus Spain, bro. That depends on how you see it. That ball's slightly off, bro.
That
I'm
ball's
gonna
off,
be
bro.
real.
I can't lie, it's in- I can't lie, it's in- it's in-
See, that's what I'm saying, though.
backing that.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay,
How is
but-
it?
I'm not backing
It's
that.
like, do you know what I mean? It depends on the angle you're looking at it from. Because if you're
No,
looking at it from a bird's
agree
eye
with you,
view,
I agree with you, but there's only one angle that is like factually correct, right? Because I was with you, like, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, this is fake, this is nonsense. But the only angle that is going to be physically correct is the bird's eye view. That's the only one that can possibly show
I
you.
hear that. I hear that.
You know,
But where,
I don't know.
but
Looking
where,
from a
but where
random
this
angle
is a
doesn't-
madness is exactly that. VAR is for getting rid of clear and obvious. Was
Yeah,
it
that's what
clear
I'm
and
saying.
obvious to the referee and the officials that that ball was not off the pitch? No. So how is
No.
that getting overturned? It should never be overturned because it's not clear and obvious. You have
It
to literally.
didn't get overturned. It counted.
Yeah, sorry, as in
goal counted, no?
yeah, but he disallowed it at first for it going off. That's why they VAR'd it. So it got overturned because he disallowed the goal.
Did they?
Yeah.
No, did
he,
they?
He originally disallowed it.
I don't
yeah.
remember that.
He originally called it off the pitch.
I thought he gave it because I remember being in my room. I was like, "Oh, that's gonna
remember
get
that,
disallowed. That's gonna get disallowed." And then we was all mad surprised when it obviously got given. I think
remember
what
him
annoys
getting-
me
I
most,
remember
yeah,
that, but we'll have to
this
see.
World Cup, when we're watching the Premier and stuff, yeah, whenever there's a VAR decision happening, we see it happening live in front of us, innit? Like we see what they're
Yeah,
doing.
not showing
Yeah.
Like,
anything,
and they were
were
not
they?
showing
they're not
anything.
showing
and
anything,
it
bro.
Show us like 5 minutes later,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we
it
all
rattled
seen
them.
it
The
on
picture
my-
of the ball being
damn
on wasn't
thing.
shown until like the day after.
Yeah,
Do you know how
like-
wild that is? Like for all we know, it was photoshopped for how long
Yeah,
it took.
literally.
In fact, you know
Literally.
what? Shout out game 1, by the way. Literally, like the 3rd minute of the entire tournament. Remember that offside that like?
Oh,
that
for
Ecuador
Enna
versus Qatar?
Valencia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had no
yeah.
idea why it was offside because they waited like an hour.
You know
to
what's
show
mad?
an angle.
I started watching the game. I went away, came back, and I was like, the goal wasn't given. Like what? I just did.
Yeah,
I can't comprehend. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
Bro, the officiating was.
It doesn't make
so
sense. Do you know what else?
horrible.
Do you know what else I had? Messi's penalty versus Poland, bro. Szczesny's gone to punch the ball.
Oh my god, that was
He's gone to
awful.
punch the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
that
my
was
god.
awful.
He's
Yeah,
tapped Messi's nose,
Awful.
and it's a penalty. What are you, bro? What's
Bro,
going on?
I'm sorry. Can we deep it? There's actually people out there. This is why I don't debate on Twitter. All right, Mav, you've debated on Twitter before. You can see how stupid people are to debate with.
Them and
It
if you see
doesn't
I've
like-
given up.
it
I've
This is,
given
yeah,
up
this is
debating
why
it.
you
How
will,
is that a
bro.
penalty?
You will never see me debate football on Twitter.
How
like,
was
very
that a
rarely
penalty,
because,
bro?
But there's people out there who actually will back it and say that's a pen,
Bro, there's no. I don't think there's out
There's
of
quite a
all of
few,
the
honestly.
Argentina penalties. I don't think any of them are stonewall. And guys have literally
Yeah, I'll
argued
be
that
honest.
every single one
facts,
is stonewall.
facts,
There's not
facts.
one that's been stonewall.
There's
I
not
even
one.
think the one that Alvarez, where he chipped it and he flopped. Yeah, I don't even think that's slightly a penalty.
That's
nor do
not,
I.
bro.
Like,
It's
nor
not a
do I.
pen.
Bro,
It's
nor
It's
do
not
I.
a
Like, I
pen.
can't believe it.
It's not a pen.
And no, my favorite thing is, and I'm
It's
gonna
not
say
a
it. I'm
pen.
sorry.
I was in
I don't care.
shock.
I'm gonna say it. But there were guys on Twitter like literally debating, saying this is a stonewall penalty, and again, like they were using specific pictures, and I was like, at what point do you realise that half of your replies are people saying they don't think it's a pen? Stonewall is when most people agree.
Most
You've got
people
4
agree.
pundits
Fam.
all saying they don't think
Fam.
it's a pen. You've got half of the commentary saying they think it's a pen.
If it's Ronaldo, I'm not even just saying this because of
Nah,
agenda.
yeah,
If it's
no,
Ronaldo,
100%.
they don't give
They're
that. You
not-
got 4 man
they're not
in the
being given.
studio. 4 man in the studio, ex-professionals arguing. Then you got Peter Walton talking his nonsense about,
no,
the
no,
contact
no.
was
Do
made.
you know when
But
you're
when that
done
guy
for?
starts
That guy needs an
waffling,
award.
when
That
that guy
guy
starts
needs an award.
waffling,
Amenyah,
you
do
know
you
it's
know when we're
over,
done
man.
for is when guys are saying Peter Walton said this. That brother has said so many things.
Bro, he said
that
so
are
much
just
crap.
not true. If you're trying
So
to
much
say
crap.
your source is Peter Walton, that's when you know you're in trouble, man. I'm sorry.
Guys,
Dusted
long
dog.
day,
waffling,
man.
bro.
Dusted dog.
So I guess we're picking between Messi handball and Messi getting his nose tickled or whatever.
Oh my god, nah,
Either
so-
one.
It's one of those two, though.
Messy decision. Let's just
Messi,
give that as
any,
the
just
award.
give it. Just put Messi.
Yeah, just put
Messi
Messi.
as the
I
award,
feel like
bro.
given the
You know what, I
circumstance.
hear it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I hear it. Lionel Messi, congratulations. You've got the golden ball, the World Cup.
Oh, when he
But
dragged
the biggest prize of all,
when he dragged
is
man in the final
you
as
got the
well,
Dutch-
clear as yellow. Didn't
Bro,
get
he
yellow
grabbed
for
the
that.
man's shirt. He grabbed the man's shirt. No
He took
booking.
it off him.
No
Yeah.
booking. I
fair
couldn't
less.
believe it.
Yeah, fair.
By the way, I need a quick
Well,
wait. Can I ask for a quick opinion on something? I know time's ticking. Okay,
No,
I've seen
no,
loads of
promise.
tweets about that referee yesterday being one of the best referees people have ever seen.
No.
That is nonsense,
no,
Bro,
right?
can I just say,
That
can
is
I just say,
nonsense.
best
He
of a
wasn't letting
best
the game flow, bro.
best of a bad bunch. The game was breaking up so many times. That's all it is,
yeah, he
bro.
wasn't
He
letting
was
it
good.
go,
He was
man.
he was
Bare times.
okay in comparison to everybody else.
I'd argue he was like probably like the least biased, but he was
Yeah,
bad,
that's
if that
that's
makes
what I'm
sense.
saying.
bad.
Like
But yeah,
he was
wasn't
just
biased.
bad.
He was just bad
all the time.
Yeah,
but he wasn't. Whereas the other ones, people are complaining because their team got like snaked. So
Yeah,
maybe like
yeah,
England
yeah,
v
yeah.
France, English can feel snaked.
Terrible
people versus
referee,
Argentina, they
bro.
can feel
He
snaked. But
gave
yesterday was just
he
bad.
gave a penalty for an Argentina player, Di Maria, tripping himself over.
How do you
Look
not
at
check
VAR,
VAR, bro?
please, because there was no contact. There was none.
And the free kick,
Never
the Hernandez
really
free,
did.
the Hernandez free
Bro,
kick as well,
VAR,
where Messi
VAR
injured him.
is literally there for a reason, bro.
But just because
Just
you mentioned Di
use
Maria,
it.
I have to go back and give a little shout out for the worst cameo ever. Dembele, that half an hour.
Oh my God, no,
Good
he's
Lord.
that's up there. That's
5
up there.
billion people watching
That's
and
up
you
there.
do that.
That's
Oh,
up there.
man,
You
oh,
stink.
Yeah, a bit
You
of
stink.
a
You
sticky
smell.
one, I can't
But-
lie.
You smell. You smell. You
Anyway,
smell.
Man, couldn't get nothing
You smell.
our final 4 awards. We move on to the best fan base of the World Cup.
This
the
is
fan base
unanimous,
that
surely.
brought the most
really?
vibes and whatnot. You reckon? Okay, you start, Mev. Who do you reckon gets this?
Argentina. The drums, the colours, the obviously the Messi memorabilia. Like even all the commentators were saying in every Argentina game, they were there hours early, beating their drums, cheering, chanting. It was no matter what stadium it was, the atmosphere was absolutely booming for every
All I can tell
Argentina game.
you-
I feel like that was a
All I can tell
Messi
you
fan
is
base,
that
though,
it's
not an Argentina
I
fan
can't
base.
lie,
'Cause there was a
it's not
lot of
unanimous.
neutrals.
I'll be honest.
who
It's
were-
not unanimous for me. Like, I know.
Yeah.
Wait, who
I
did you
have
have,
two that were
Amenyah?
even more.
Who did you have?
Me personally, so I'll give you my biased one and then my serious one, right? My
Yeah.
biased one, brother, the Ghana fans are going crazy.
Ah.
And they would have, I think they would have.
Damn,
Wait,
damn,
wait,
damn,
Take
damn.
your
wait, let me
serious one.
finish.
Give us your
What's your
serious
serious
one.
one?
Let me finish though, because them man were like they were, first of all, they're doing little trumpets, they were chanting non-stop, bare colours, like you were talking about, colours flying everywhere.
Yeah.
They were doing the thing to the Korean fans. When Uruguay went out, they were playing Asamoahjan's tune with Castro outside in front of the Uruguay. They were like the funniest. However, my serious answer, I'm going Morocco, bro. For me, I've never got like goosebumps at
I hear that.
a national team anthem like I did when Morocco played the semi-final, bro. That semi-final game against France, when they were singing the anthem in the stadium with the manager
giving it beans.
roaring,
Yeah,
I said,
hard.
yeah, this is the best anthem I've ever seen. They were there rocking up with like 85% of the
Is
stadium.
this best anthem
every
or best
game.
fan base though? Or what? What's the
No,
award
but that's
for?
what I'm. No, but that's what I'm saying. No, but they fill up the whole stadium
yeah.
every time as well. Like, me personally, I'm going Morocco.
you know what?
Fair enough.
I feel like I get Mav. I do get yours because I do feel like Argentina's like the easy answer because it kind of is because like we saw how many people come out to support Messi, but on my timeline alone, the amount of people from the UK,
Yeah,
USA,
because it was Messi,
like
innit? Yeah.
Mexico, Canada, who are all dressed in like blue and white, like made it seem like there's a
Yeah.
lot more Argentinians. Albeit you don't have to be Argentinian to essentially be a fan base. I get that. Mine was a different one to fair. I just picked Senegal because I think they were just vibes, regardless whether they're losing, winning. They were just dancing
I think
24/7.
all African nation fan bases are incredible. I
Yeah, I
genuinely,
can't lie.
I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
I had Saudi. I'm not gonna lie. I thought again, linking back to the whole where is
I hear
Messi
that
thing.
as
I just thought them man were funny
Yeah.
when they knocked out. Who did they knock? Was it Mexico? When they knocked out Mexico as well, they were just toxic. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't like it wasn't unhealthy toxic. It was like a good amount
Hey,
of
no, but
toxic.
if you like that, then come and join us at Morocco, bro. We have
Yeah, no, I hear
Paris
you.
Ronaldo,
I hear you.
Where he's crying in
I
his
hear-
car.
I forgot that.
You can
girl.
join us, bro.
I forgot that.
Join us, fam. Join us at Morocco, fam.
I'm
Join us
with
here,
you.
bro. It's good over
I'm with
these.
you. I'm with you. That was hilarious. I can't lie. That was.
So
joy.
I guess we pick between then I guess Morocco and Argentina, I guess. Unless them and you want to fight for Senegal. I don't mind either way.
I mean, I'll fight for the African nations. Like, as
So
a
what we say,
whole.
Morocco?
So Morocco,
Yeah,
yeah,
Morocco
I
has
don't mind it going to Morocco.
I mean, I'll go over Morocco.
So many people, like let's say like social media people or celebs or whatever, were there because it's Messi's last World Cup probably, and they wanted tickets to be there. I don't think. it was
Yeah, I
like-
don't. Yeah,
There's
100%.
thousands.
Do you know what I
It
mean?
weren't even like there was just
100%.
like.
I do get what you
Yeah,
mean. I do get what you
loads, bro.
mean.
Like,
How
I'm seeing
didn't any of us,
everyone
man,
that's
get the
from
invite?
ends,
What's
man.
going on, man?
Bro.
Hey, next time, bro.
2026.
Euros,
I'll
World
catch
Cup,
you, man.
we're there, fam.
I'll
Total
catch you man
night
in
in-
USA.
Total
We've
night
got
in
out for
World
some
Cup.
USA
Yeah.
2026, bro.
Buffalo
Come
wings
on.
or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
Hey,
Wingstop.
save
that.
this interview. Save this interview. 2026, we're out here.
We're
bro.
out here,
USA,
bro.
Alright,
Mexico,
First
Cancun,
first
fam.
class flights, bro. To
I'm gonna be
Cancun.
45,
I
loving
didn't say
life.
that. I didn't say that. I
Hey.
didn't say that. Paul.
No,
I
you
didn't
did,
say
man.
that.
Don't worry, man. You got to speak it into existence. Come on.
All right. So from praising, we go back to a bit of slander. We are going with the worst managerial decision of the World Cup. Something that stunk it up for their team, cost them a game, whatever it may be. Denman, we'll go with you first on this one, my friend.
There's so many options, right? There's so many decisions because I know I've missed loads out.
I
And
defo
know-
have,
I
yeah.
know
Sure,
yours is going to
same.
be. I know that something happened with Ghana and the RU brothers, which probably could be in there.
You know what? That wasn't even on my list. I can't
Was it
lie,
not?
must
I
add
just know that
No.
something happened there, but I can't remember. But I've actually put Di Maria last night in the 64th minute. I think he was having an incredible game, and I cannot believe the manager decided to sub him off and bring on a defensive player. It pissed me off. And I think that
He
had the
must have been
potential.
knackered,
That had
I guess,
that had the
maybe.
potential to be Hall of Fame. Like
No, that is Hall of.
I
I can't lie. Can I just say anything Southgate does is just too dead. And I had, I literally had that Southgate bringing on Rashford for 4 minutes. That was my
Yeah,
worst decision.
That's a stinker.
Like
man.
Rashford
What was
is
the point of that?
Rashford's our top scorer, quote unquote, in the World Cup at that point. How you gonna give him 4 minutes, bro? And taking off Saka. I don't know if Saka was tired in it. Obviously, he probably knows more than I do. But Saka was cooking Hernandez. Can I just say, bro?
The thing is, if you are going to take off Saka, you have to bring on Rashford. At
Yeah,
that
that's what
point.
I'm saying.
Rashford
What
instead
are
of
you
That's what
bringing
I'm
on
saying.
Sterling for?
Yeah,
brother?
yeah.
What are you bringing Sterling on for?
You see what Deschamps did yesterday. Southgate ain't doing that, bro. Southgate ain't doing that, and I feel like that's what cost us this World Cup, I guess. So yeah.
100. Is Mav still there?
Spurs,
Yes.
Mav,
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
sorting.
I'm
Yeah.
soaking it in.
Yeah.
I'm
He was just
soaking-
listening.
I'm soaking it in. I'm listening to Tom because the answer is Gareth Southgate. Like I can give you multiple that
Too
that he
many,
commit-
bro.
I can literally give you multiple
Too
game after
many.
game they committed. Rashford
many.
literally having the game of his life, then not playing the next game. Foden on the wing. What are we doing when
Bro,
Rashford
Koundé-
is sat on the
Koundé
bench?
was relaxing. fam. I couldn't
Bro, he
believe
was
it.
chilling.
Like all tournament,
Koundé
he's
was
looked
had his
ropey,
feet up.
and we
Nah,
gave him the
fam.
easiest game of his life. Put Rashford on him and get him to panic. Leaving Tomori at home. From that point, I knew we were done for, bro. Like every decision he made this entire World Cup, get him
It
off.
was just
Get him
terrible.
off. And he's
I'll be
staying
honest,
as well.
I-
We're done for. We're done for.
Yeah, enjoy the Euros, you man.
coming
I
home.
had Southgate bringing on Sterling Amount at that 79th minute or whatever. But to be fair, Denman, you've given me a new answer. I can't lie. It wasn't even your answer, but you've given me my own. Because when I'm watching Portugal and Ghana, we come back into the game, and I'm there like for like 3 minutes. We're kind of cooking. I'm thinking, hold on a minute, we're gonna beat Portugal, and then the manager brings off Andre Ayew and
Yeah,
Kudus. That's
tight.
the worst one because Andre Ayew,
Tight.
like Ghanaians know that if he's on it, he can cook for Ghana, but sometimes he's not. Andre Ayew's bagged. Kudus having the game of his life as per
Kudus was
usual.
cooking, bro.
Bring them both off, and then a minute later, we see Joao Felix going back, and then Leao. And no, I couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah, I was
rattled.
smiling
That
as he
Otto
put the
Addo
ball
guy.
in your net.
Oh, bro, get out, man, get out. And just, I don't like him as well because he's a guy that said like he left Schlupp at home because
Yeah.
he's never watched Schlupp play football. So
Is that what
means
the, is that what
he
the
hasn't
manager
wa-
said?
He said he hasn't watched Schlupp playing. A man that plays for Crystal Palace, who by the way is the same team
As Jordan
that
Ayew.
Jordan
Yeah,
Ayew
that-
has been
that-
playing for the last
That,
5
that's
years. He
Woff.
hasn't
That's
seen him,
Woff.
bro.
That's Woff.
And he
Shocking.
plays more than Jordan Ayew does, by
That's
the way.
Woff.
Yeah.
That's Woff. That's Woff. That's Woff.
So, but I'm gonna back you guys. I think Southgate in general is just the worst decisions making possible. Yeah, I hear that one. And the 11th award we have. I did this one last minute, so if you didn't have time to research, that's no dramas. We have a remontada player. We always have like young player awards,
easy.
best upcoming star or whatever. I want a guy
easy.
that's a bit older. He can be like 28 plus if you like. You thought he was
I
medium,
couldn't
but
even
somehow
think of it.
This
He
is
was
killing me.
cooking.
Mav said easy. Like,
Easy.
no, I feel like I've missed
Mav,
someone
go
out.
for it.
Easy. It's absolutely Otamendi. That brother has been stinking for years. He has been such a dead centre back for so long. For him to even be considered one of the best centre backs in the tournament, which is factual, is absolutely outrageous. I know everyone here. If we
hear
said, "What do you think about Otamendi?" That before this tournament, we're all laughing at him, saying worst
dead. I'd literally say too
Argentinian centre back, one of the worst centre backs in this competition. How's he still playing at his age?
A lot of
He
things
almost
which
cost
he's
them
done this
last night.
tournament. Like, he's given away a penalty yesterday. He gave away the free kick against Netherlands. No, did he not? Just like which they went.
Yeah, I
and,
think he
like,
did.
they went and equalised at the
Was it
last
Otamendi,
minute of the
that
game.
one?
I don't know. No, was
I
it?
think
I
so.
think it was
Was
Paredes
it?
that gave away the one.
Was it
in
Paredes
the
or was it
box, no?
Otamendi?
I think
One
it
of
was.
them.
We'll have to get a
Paredes
bit of
or
research on that one.
Fernandes
I'm not
or- I'm not
100%
sure on
sure
that
who
one.
it was. But I know yesterday was Otamendi, definitely.
Yeah, yesterday it was Otamendi.
Denman, you seem to think it's not so easy. Did you have
Oh,
a
no,
player in
I
mind?
didn't think it was that easy. Like, I just went for like solo performances. So I went Enner Valencia. He's 33 years old. Done an absolute shift for Ecuador.
Yeah, he did. To be fair,
Yeah, here
That's
they did.
a solid
He
shout.
did his best.
That's a
So
solid
yeah, I just
shout.
banged
Did his
him in.
best.
I had Pepe. I put Pepe down. I just feel like
Okay.
when he came into the side, because I think he missed the first game. They had Ruben Diaz and was it Danilo
Hey, that
Pereira
brother had a
playing
stinker,
centre.
by the way.
Yeah,
My
he was
goodness,
too
Ruben
dead.
Diaz. Oof. But
He
yeah.
was too dead. But yeah, him and Danilo were playing centre back, and they just looked shaky. And I just thought, when Pepe came in, obviously I don't watch the Portuguese league. I'm not gonna sit here and cap to you, so I didn't know if he was good or not anymore. Innit? 39, bro. That's a middle-aged man.
That's mad.
You know what I
innit?
mean?
Mad.
Bro is up, winning headers, defending solidly. Like,
You
bro was
just
moving like
reminded
he was
me.
still at Real Madrid, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he was
one of
hard.
he had one of the funniest moments as well. I've just realized as well. There was a moment when he missed he had like a header and it went just wide. And El Yamik, the
I saw that. The kissed his head
centre-back,
and that.
Kissed his
My
head.
man kissed
Yeah.
his head and did like in a bit, fam. I just slapped his head, bro. I think he kissed a man's head and said, "Yeah, love for that one, bro."
Hey, nah. Do you know how
But
funny that is?
I hear that. I hear that. Mine, to be honest with you, when Mav said, "Oh, this is bare easy," I thought it was going somewhere else because I had a look at this brother's age, and I seen the brother's. He's 28 years old. This guy has been stinking up for a good minute. You could argue he's been all right this season, but as far as an unexpected good tournament goes, I had to give a bit of a praise towards Bruno Fernandes, to be honest with you.
Bruno
That brother
Fernandes.
was been meaty for a while and had a nice. Now I don't think he's back. I still don't really rate him like that. But as far as the individual tournament goes, it's either him or I went with Roman Saiss. I never thought he was cold.
Yeah,
at
Saiss
all.
had
I
a
thought-
good tournament.
I thought he
Saiss
was
was a
some
huge shout.
any guy.
He had a
I thought he was
really
some
good
any
Honourable
guy.
mention to Lovren, by the way, but I think that was
Yeah.
more Gavardio.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
on
Lovren was good.
Tom reminded me because he did mention him earlier.
I'd back
okay.
Saiss personally. Whoever
Yeah, I
said
think
that.
Saiss is a
Like,
really good.
I
shout.
actually
I
back
think-
that and take my
I
weight.
think he's so meaty in like for Wolves.
Yeah.
and
Bro,
that,
I
I
never
just
really
think-
thought of him as like a cold
Like,
centre back.
yeah, that's what
no,
I'm
but you know what it
saying.
is? It shows how important he was to them because 2 games in a row in the knockouts, like they literally had him strapped up, like
Yeah, yeah,
Fighting for
yeah.
his life, bro.
because he
Fighting
had to
for
be
his
there
life.
fighting. And I think he went off in the semis. No,
Yeah, it's peak. But fair enough. So we'll go with Saiss for that one. And the final award. This one wasn't listed in the Twitter DMs, but I'd like to see if we can get a unanimous 4 answers for
Ooh,
this one. We'll have
okay.
to see. Maybe one person might want to disagree. We have simply the GOAT. I'd like everyone one by one to look into the camera and you tell me.
Oh, you're not doing
who
this
is-
to him, are you?
Why are you doing
not
this
doing
now,
this to him.
bro?
You're not doing this
Who's
to
him?
him.
I did. Denman,
yeah.
who is the GOAT in your eyes after this World Cup? Has it changed? Has it
Why are
remained
you
the same?
doing
Who
this,
is
though?
You want me to look at the
GOAT?
camera?
Well, I expect you can look at the floor if you want. I don't mind where you look.
I feel like somebody might be looking at the floor when they say their answer. But the GOAT is
Just the GOAT of football.
Bobby
Just the GOAT
Charlton,
of
mate.
I said Bobby
Messi.
football. That was
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't, bro. I don't like getting involved in these stupid conversations with Ronaldo and Messi. Like, you have all these stupid little rats
I
on
didn't
Twitter just
mention
talking
anyone else.
nonsense.
I didn't mention anyone else. I just said who's your. I didn't say who to pick. Thomas, who is
Yo.
your GOAT?
My GOAT or
Mm-hmm.
the GOAT? That's 2 different questions.
Hey, that's true. That's
Well,
true. That's
you're
true.
able to interpret
my
how
GOAT
you like.
or the GOAT
Mm-hmm.
is 2 different questions. My GOAT,
True.
we see R7. The GOAT after this World Cup has to be Messi. I did say if you won whoever won it out of Ronaldo and Messi
Yeah.
is the GOAT. Like that was where I stood at.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all I can say, man.
Fair enough. There we go. There we have it. TN25. I said Mav, the GOAT.
I'm doing a you, Amenyah. I've zoomed it in to my chest.
Okay.
The GOAT and the only right answer, don't care who you are, Lionel Messi. Said it with chest, will say it with chest for the rest of my life. Lionel Messi.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man.
And-
You gotta give it to him, bro.
Yeah, for me personally, the GOAT is now Kylian Mbappe. But fairs, you guys can have your little Messi.
Look at this guy, bro.
La. Lionel Messi, you done your thing. Best footballer ever. Now all the old heads can't keep bringing up Maradona and these man.
Nah, that's the only thing I'm looking forward to, bro. These knackered man.
that's it
Pele
now, man.
won it back to back.
Yeah, man, get these guys
Tired
off.
done,
Get
man.
them
Bro, I've
off.
already seen pictures on my
Maradona
timeline
did
with
it.
Pele holding 3 World Cup trophies. Like, sure,
It's
man.
not him
Yeah,
though.
long
Allow
day,
it, man.
Long day, man. So there we have it. Listen, I think one thing we can definitely all agree: best World Cup ever. I have truly been.
I've loved it.
sports-washed.
Yeah,
It
loved
worked.
every minute.
It worked. You got me,
100%.
man. You got me.
100%.
Give it Qatar every 4 years if you want. I don't
Bro, if it's in the Middle East, if it's in the Middle East for the
No, I
rest of
disagree
time,
with that
bro,
part.
please.
That part I disagree with. Just put it
Give it-
somewhere
No, do you know
hot.
why? Because I'm seeing like the people that are there that got lucky enough to go there. They can go to like every single game because they're just so close. Like
Yeah,
in,
no,
in
that-
America,
that was
I get
what
that,
was
I
going
get
on.
that.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
The USA one is
That's it.
mudded, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I hope you
yeah.
don't. We gotta get our bread up, boys.
Hey,
We
No,
gotta
Oh,
boys,
get our
my
bread
no,
up.
no, no.
between
Let's
each
go,
one. All
let's
the
go
best.
Germany. Let's go Germany for the Euros.
When's that?
man.
Oh, for the
Euros.
Euros.
Germany.
Same
Germany.
I'll be there.
Oi,
Guys
like
like Amenyah,
Guys-
guys
I'm
like
on it.
Amenyah
Bro.
already there, bro.
I listen, but yeah,
Bro,
that's
I'm
true.
there.
That's true.
Listen,
Guys like Amenyah
if you
are
don't wanna
based
see
there,
us
bro.
At the Euros, at the World Cup, bro. The more likes you get, we even if you put the comments, if you spam the comments, we can even Copa America if you
Run
like.
it up.
We'll
If
put
I
Copa
start
Run it up.
saving now, I
Run
can
it
go.
up.
Yeah?
Run it
I
up.
will do 2 podcasts every week for 4 years if we
Run
can get
it
this
up.
covered.
There you go. There you go.
Run it
We'll be
up.
at the World Cup 26, the Euros 24. You'll see us there. Hope you man enjoyed this. Best World Cup ever. Leave a like. Leave the comments for your favorite moments, funniest moments, whatever you guys felt it was. Of course, follow these man on their socials. Last thing, I'm going Ghana now. So next week, there's not going to be a. Or there's going to be a.
Wait, you're
next
going
week, but
Ghana
it's
for
gonna
Christmas?
probably-
Look at this guy, fam.
Yeah,
Alright,
hey,
I
it's
see
family
you. I
thing.
see you.
Family
I
thing.
see you.
It's not like little solo. It's a family thing. You know what I
Alright,
mean?
cool.
So yeah, there's gonna be a video next week. It's probably gonna be top 10 moments of the pod. So starting episode 1 back in like March all the way to now. So there's not gonna be an actual new recorded pod until like second week of January. But other than that, yeah, listen, love for the support this year. It's been great. Much love. We go again for our first full year 2023 T90 to the world in a bit.
Ish.